ce vrei cu mine.
Ori sunt păcat, ori sunt icoană, pot fi balsam pentru rană, naivă și seducătoare, o lacrimă, dar și iertare. Drumul meu urcă și coboară, la tine zi, la mine seara. Bate, ascult, ba nu aud, știu mă iubești așa cum tu. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Sau rămâi cu mine, sau rămâi cu bine, poate nu-ți convine, nimeni nu te ține. Ce vrei cu mine?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Night Game Night. We're back to Game Night Classics on a Tuesday. Oh, we're back. Back to normal schedule has resumed. Congratulations to Jerry Eris on winning My Mind's Gone Blank. The inaugural game there. Let me know what you think in the suggestions section of the Discord. If you like that, let me find Jerry Eris and add the warm-up bonus penny for you, Jerry. There you go. That is on the leaderboard now. I'll give you an extra penny. I'm going to start giving out sporadic pennies for winning warm-up games. So that one there going to Jerry Eris. Someone left the fire exit door open. Again, they're always doing that. Fun, although I didn't figure out what was going on in the first 2 rounds until they're over. Yeah, it's quite fast and furious, and the instructions are very quick on the screen. Tournament structure, there are 6 questions, Adster. In the first one, you get 8 rounds of voting. The people who don't get the most votes out of each pair go into a playoff. So there's then 8 people in a playoff who then are paired up into 4 groups. The lowest scoring of those pairs gets eliminated. There's then a round where you're into 3s. The lowest scoring 2 go into a playoff, which puts 8 people in the playoff, and the lowest 2 are eliminated. Then question 5, again in pairs, but straight elimination for those 2, and then a 4-way for the end. Giggity. So I did it in Excel or in Sheets when I was throwing it together. It's not that complicated, but it doesn't necessarily pass into an easy sentence that trips off the tongue. So there we go. Yeah, nice and simple. Nice and simple. I did threaten at one point, actually, yesterday, if it proves to be a popular game, it is something that I would certainly consider making into a full experience, a full game that we could play maybe every now and then, full original. But for now, I think it works quite nicely as a warm-up game. It's sort of Cards Against Humanity meets Quiplash. It's not. It's basically Quiplash. Yeah, I think it works quite well as a warm-up, Clive. I might bring it out again in a week or two's time, but yeah, thank you for taking part in that. I hope you enjoyed it, and welcome to Game Night Classics, where we are going to be playing Blockbusters and The Code this evening. Blockbusters, we have got 2 returning players in the shape of Matt the Ref and Jay White back for their 3rd game. If they win their 3rd game, then they will step down with a highest potential score that they could get for winning 3 games, 3 attempts at the Gold Run. If not, then if they lose, then the challenger will stay on up to a maximum of 3 games. We're hoping to get through 3 or 4 games this evening. So yeah, all is well. Blockbusters to start, and then The Code a bit later on. Later on for The Code, you'll need a microphone if you want to take part in the hot seat game, but you don't need a microphone if you want to take part in Blockbusters. You can play along in the lobby game or in the hot seat game, but if you would like to exclude for whatever reason, if you don't want to be front and center, then you can do that by typing !exclude after you've joined the lobby. I've changed the commands around this week on Blockbusters. I haven't tested it because I didn't want to overwrite any of the player pref settings, but in theory, I shouldn't be able to press the progress gameplay button and accidentally force an entirely new selection of players, which I've done on more than one occasion in the past, and because we've got blue players returning this week, that's very important. So, if you want to play the first game of Blockbusters tonight, there's going to be 1 challenger. Only 1 person is going to be coming in to take on Matt and Jay White. If you'd like to do that, pop in The Code. You go to bed, please. It does a little bit, yes. Off you go to bed then. You go back to school tomorrow. He's going back to school tomorrow. Oh. Well, not no, you are. It is a thing that is happening. You need to come to peace with this. So, welcome on in. Join the lobby. Jay White and Matt, you do also need to join the lobby, even though you're being forced back into the game. It won't force you in unless you are in the lobby. So, Jay White, if you're here, you do need to make your way into the lobby. That would be just grand. There you are, Jay White. Welcome to the game. So, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. Nothing too dramatic happening. There's been a little bit of drama certainly in this country. Piers Morgan resigned from Good Morning Britain. That was some good news that we all got. It's a weird thing with Piers Morgan because, I mean, he's mostly awful, but then he's the only person that's been holding the government to account for the last year or so on the whole COVID-19 thing. So I feel slightly awkward about it because on the one hand, yeah, he's largely appalling, but every, stop clock is right twice a day sort of thing. So, yeah, anyway, that's about the level of it. We're going to get this game underway because we need to do that. So, if you don't want to come and play in the hot seat, if you just want to play in the lobby, that's completely fine, but do make sure you put !exclude, and then it won't fast track you into the lobby if you don't want to, for whatever reason, be in the lobby game. I'm editing the wrong things. I need to edit that one, don't I? There we go. So, pop your way in. I'll just give you a few more seconds, and then I'll lock the lobby up, and we will pick our challenger to come and take on Matt the Ref and Jay White, who will be returning into the blue team. So they will. Yes, they will. Well, we've got 30 people in so far, which is very encouraging to see. So we can always get a few more later on. Hoping to get a couple of games of this in tonight. So without further ado, let's begin and pick our challenger. It's Connor! Welcome to the game, Connor. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. And you are in the hot seat challenging Jay White and Matt the Ref, who currently stand on 210 points going into their third game and will not be returning after this one, whether they win or they lose. But if they win, then they get another go at the gold run. I believe it's going to be Jay White's turn on the gold run because Matt was the last player on it. So, yes, that's how it's going to be if Jay White and Matt get there. But of course, if Connor gets there, then Jay White and Matt go away with 210 plus whatever they can get in this game. You know the drill, all of you. If you're playing in the lobby, you need to whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. And if you're playing in the hot seat, you need to whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. But if you're playing in the lobby, you've got to get it in before the correct answer is revealed from the hot seat players. Because if you once the answer is displayed on the screen, the question locks. 5 points for every correct answer. Connor is going top to bottom. Jay White and Matt are going left to right. The rest of it's very simple. Whisper the letter when it prompts you to the bot as to what you want. And best of luck to all of you. I think we're ready to play, so I think we should play Blockbusters.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
And we're starting with an A. So here we go. What A is ancient Greek goddess of sexual love and beauty? Here comes Jay White saying Aphrodite. That's the right answer, and you're off the mark, blue team. Jay White, you're picking a tile next. Over to the H. What H costs £200 if you want to build one on Mayfair? Matt the Ref saying hotel. Really? Let me just check what the answer is. No, that is the wrong answer, Matt. I can't accept that. So, Connor, you've got a chance to buzz if you would like to have a go. House is the answer we've got down. Yes, a house, a hotel. You need to have 4 houses first. You could argue it costs you £200 as well, but more commonly it's a house first. A bit of a tricksy one there, but the answer I've got on the card is house. Connor, whisper a letter to the bot. Off to the W. The W, let's have a look. What W is to walk into water, usually up to waist height? Here comes Matt saying wade. And you've recovered some grace there, Matt the Ref. Yes, absolutely right. Another 5 points for you. Pick a letter, please, Matt. Over to the T, other side of the board. Let's have a look. What T is the subject of the character in ASDF movie Yes, Connor? Saying trains. And you're absolutely right. Another 5 for Connor. Where to next, Connor? Just got to go up and down. Potentially 3 away from your first Blockbusters here. Down to the D. Let's have a look. Well, D is a play for theatre, radio, or television. Yes, Jay White. Saying a drama. And let's not make a drama out of this crisis. You have blocked Connor off. We're a bit back and forth here. Very nice to see. Jay White going on to the C next. Let's take a look at a C. What C do Americans call chips and can be found in ready salted or yes, Connor? Crisps is what we were after there. Very nice. 3 apiece. Getting a bit of a clustered board going on here. Connor, where to next? Up to the S. Let's have a look. What S is the name of a person that legally owns one or more stocks in a public or private corporation? Here comes a blue that I didn't say. It's Jay White saying shareholder. And Jay White's absolutely right. Take a nice big bonus of 5 points. Well, where to now? It's a bit difficult to see a clear route for either team at the moment. Jay White just having a little think. Going for the I right in the middle. An I. Let's have a look. What I is a genre of manga and anime that means different world in English, which Konosuba and ReZero are examples. And 3, 2, 1. That's time. It's Isaki or Isekai. Isekai? Unsure. Tricky one there. Never mind. Let's have another one. What I can precede fraud or theft to make one of the most common types of consumer fraud in the United States? And 3, 2. Oh, and a buzz from Connor at the 11th hour saying income. Not the answer I've got down, I'm afraid. Blues, do take a buzz if you're not sure. 15 seconds resets. Take a guess if you like. And 3, 2, 1. Gonna have a go from Matt, the ref, the last second, saying illicit. Also the wrong answer. The answer is identity. Identity theft or identity fraud. Never mind. Let's have another I. Let's take a look. What I is not honourable in character or purpose? Without a question mark. Some tricky I's down here tonight. 2, 1. That's time up. Ignoble. Ignoble. We'll have another I then. What I was the name of the title character in 1999's The Mummy? Can you remember this far back? Can you remember this far back? 3. Matt's gonna have a go. 'Twas not Inca. Good a guess as any, I suppose. Connor, do have a guess if you like. We seem to have got stuck on this I here. And 3, 2, 1. Imhotep. Imhotep. Great film that. Another I. What I is a name given to a fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator? Oh, come on, surely, someone. Lots of correct answers in the chat here. Connor is having a go and saying improper. And that's the correct answer, an improper fraction. Right, we've finally got off that I. Let's move on to another letter. Where to, Connor? Up to the V. Okay, let's take a look. What V is the quality or state of being different or diverse, or the absence of uniformity or monotony? This is one of those ones I think you might kick yourself. It's variety, which is the spice of life. Never mind, another V. What V is a mathematical diagram using intersecting circles? Yes, one of the blues. Matt is saying Venn, which is absolutely the right answer. Very well done, Matt. Venn diagram. And again, it's just a great messy tapestry at the moment. Where are we going next, Matt? On to the J. Okay, let's have a look. What J is a 1999 American comedy film and can be a large, round, hard candy? Connor's in. Jawbreaker is the right answer, Connor. Very well played. Blocking off that path for the blues there. who are looking to try and sneak a victory. Now, the Blues running out of options here. They've certainly got to go a long way round, but where's Connor going to go next? Few options available to him. Going for the N, an interesting choice, but it would certainly work. What N is a person who studies or is an expert in diet and food? And Matt's having a go. Nutrition. No, I'm not going to accept that, Matt, I'm afraid. Connor, have a buzz if you think you know. Bonus penny in the chat if you'd like to claim one. Connor's going to have a go. Nutritionist is the answer I was after. Nutritionist. Nutrition is the general thing, but someone who studies it, which is what the question was after, the nutritionist. So there's that white warning light, which means Connor is one away from getting his first frame on the board. Connor, where are you going to go? Can you have a P? Of course you can have a P. Let's take a look. What P is a person who tries to prevent fighting between two or more groups, or remember, yes, Matt the ref. Saying Peacekeeper. And you're absolutely right. Peacekeeper is what it is. Blocking off Connor's path there. Oh, this is getting close. Very, very close. Could go in any which way at the moment. Where are we going next, Matt? Had a white warning light. It's been blocked off. Matt's going for the L. We're going for that route down the middle. Let's have a look. What L has a secret passage connected to the conservatory in the board game Cluedo? Jay White's having a go. And saying lounge. And is absolutely right. Very well done, Jay White. There is that blue. Still a little bit more work to do before you're going to get your warning light. But where to next? Into the K. Let's have a look. What K was the second son of Theodore Roosevelt? Tricky question. And 3, and 2, and 1. No, it was Kermit. Kermit was the second son of Theodore Roosevelt there. Never mind, another K. What K is the name of the red echidna in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise? Here comes Connor. Knuckles is the right answer. Yes, Knuckles indeed. And there's a warning light again. Another white warning light. Meaning Connor is, for the second time this game, one away. And it is game point. If you like game point or set point, where are you going to go, Connor? You have to wait for the flash to stop before you can submit an answer. Going for the U down the middle. Let's take a look. What U can be a society or association that would usually support a large workforce? Yes, Connor. A union is the right answer, and that is Blockbusters. Good game. The absolute battle indeed, Zeus. That's very, very closely fought battle. Very good game to watch. It's super fun. And, yeah, really good back and forth. They're getting a little bit stuck on the eye in the middle, but we prevailed in the end. And Connor comes away with the first set of the match. 40 points, plays 245. One more set will give Connor the match and a chance at the gold run, meaning Jay White and Matt the ref don't get that elusive third opportunity. Just before we do, because that was quite a long game, let's just take a peep at the leaderboard. To answer your question from earlier, Sotley, I don't think you are in the lobby. I can't see you just there. But those are the current scores. The Lupine one way out in front with 85 at the moment. Clive and Toot and Jerry and Adster all on 65. Only Innes, Dogfish, Big Man Aaron all on 60. Still much to play for, though, as we go into this here second frame of the match, frame or set, whichever you want to call it. And, yeah, Connor is 1-0 up. Let's begin the game and let's play Blockbusters.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
I think the regular show had those as well, David. I think, though, they might have been on the side. I kind of like them, though. Here's a J. What J ride horses? Connor's in. A jockey. It certainly is a jockey. And on to the next question. I don't know why the bot is whispering back everything was out of time. I don't know if it normally does that, but never mind. On we go. L. What L means a score of 0 in tennis? And here comes a blue person I didn't see. It's Jay White saying love, and that's absolutely the right answer. Blocking Connor's path before he can even get started. Where to next, Jay White? Off to the D. What D is a role in the card game Coup that allows a player to take 3 coins from the treasury? And Matt's going to have a go. Deal, you're saying. Reasonable punt, but not the right answer. Connor, 15 seconds if you would like to buzz and have a go. And 3, and 2, and 1, and time. No, it's the Duke. The Duke. That's the answer we were after there. Never mind. On we go. Let's have another D. What D is the occupation of Hercule Poirot? One of the blues went by so fast I couldn't see it. Is Matt saying detective? Just snuck through the spell checker there, Matt. I can see what you mean, though. Getting a second blue tile on the board. Where to next, Matt? On to the E. Let's take a look. Which E was a theory created by Charles Darwin? And another blue buzz. This time it's Jay White saying evolution. And is absolutely right. Putting the brakes on Connor's early point there. Or early 5 points, early tile. Off to the P next. You can have a P, Jay White. What P is the roof of the mouth and is a person's ability? Yes, Jay White. The palate is the right answer. And there is a blue warning light. I think maybe the first time we've seen one this game. Possibly the first, possibly the second. But blues, you're just one away. So Jay White off to the W to hopefully finish off. Well, W is a London train station, an ABBA hit, and a battle of 1815. Yes, Matt the Ref, Waterloo is the right answer. And that is Blockbusters. Yes, and that is the end of the second frame of the match. And Connor getting off to a good start there, the first one, but the Blues just a little bit too quick for him there, and managing to cut and steal that second frame, which means we go to a deciding frame. If Jay White and Matt the Ref can win this frame, then they will have done the triple, and we will have 3 new players on the next game. If Connor wins this frame, Jay White and Matt the Ref do not manage to do the triple, Connor gets a go on the gold run and will return for the next match. Very best of luck to all 3 of you. Connor on 45, Jay White and Matt on 270. Let's go to our deciding frame.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
And we're starting with a B. What B is to pungent as sweet is to sugary? Jay White's in with an answer of bitter. Absolutely right. Strong start for the Blues there. First blue tile on the board. Where are you going next, Jay White? Off to the P. Well, P has been hosted by Dick Clark, Donny Osmond, and Michael Strahan. Matt saying pyramid, which is absolutely right. Very nice indeed. Second blue on the board. Where to next, Matt? Off to the H. Let's have a look. What H did the American Dialect Society designate as Word of the Year in 2012 due to its ability to spread bite-sized viral messages on topics ranging from politics to pop culture? Matt's having a go. Saying hashtag. And you'd be right. If you didn't know, that was a good logical guess. 3 out of 5 and on to the W. Going straight across, Connor, you've got to be a bit quicker. What W is a country of the United Kingdom and is the home, yes, one of the Blues? Matt saying Wales. You're right. And here's that blue warning flash. 1 away. The Blues just steamrolling over in this frame right here. Matt, what's it going to be? Going for the C. Let's take a look. What C is a genus of curassow birds from, yes, Jay White? A brand of snack food in India or a brand of crackers in the US in World War II? It's not cracker. So I'm going to pass this one over to Connor if he wants to have a buzz. And 3, 2, 1. It was close. It's cracks. Cracks is the answer. Never mind. Here's another C. Well, what C is the science involving elements and compounds composed of atoms, molecules? Yes, Matt. Kesmity. Let me think about this one. Deputy rules say no. Connor, I don't feel right taking that. Proves no. I mean, if you like Connor, you can abstain from answering it. I'm not going to allow it on the grounds that this is a game of speed and typoing because you're trying to get the answer in as fast as possible should be penalised. And I can see what you're trying to say, but it's just not quite close enough for me to accept that. So I'm not going to have that. Connor, it's on your conscience. You can have a free C if you like, or you can let time go out, or you can put in an incorrect answer. It's up to you how you want to play this game. It's very sporting of you, Connor. I abstain is the wrong answer. The answer was indeed chemistry. Chemistry. Never mind, we'll have another C. Good sportsmanship all round here. What C is a sweet treat that comes from cacao seeds? Jay White is in with chocolate and is absolutely right, and that is Blockbusters. Well, Jay White, after a tremendous performance, certainly in that first frame right there, very, very, very close. A lot of back and forth, and you just managed to steal that frame in the first one there. But Connor, unfortunately, not able to take the second and third. And Jay White and Matt the Ref putting off a stunning comeback to take them up to 2.95 and a third attempt at the gold run. Connor, we will put you onto the leaderboard with a score of 45. Jay White and Matt the Ref are going to attempt to see if they can increase on their 295. Oh, excuse me, by taking on the gold run. Jay White, it is your turn to play the gold run. So, just before we do, let's just go and have a peep at the leaderboard. Clive Legend and Lupine now tied at the top with 125. Innes has got 120. Keshi, Dogfish, Big Man Aaron all on 115. So, we're all rooting for you, Jay White. 200 points if you can clear the gold run, but if not, 10 points for every tile that you find. Let's take your place on the hotspot. Okay, Jay White, hopefully you know the drill by now. You need to whisper the initials of the tile that you want to see. You've then got to whisper the answer. If you're wrong, you can try again if you like, but you can't pass. The only way to pass is by selecting a fresh tile, which will then block off the path from the tile you have just not had a go at. Audience, if you're playing along at home, you have until the time the correct answer is displayed in Jay White's speech box. To get your answers in with, again, 10 points for every correct tile that you find. We'll give you 200 points, flat rate, if you can go from one side to the other inside 90 seconds, Jay White. If you can't manage to go across the board, then we will give you 10 for every tile that you uncover. The very best of luck to you, Jay White, and your time will start when you give us your first set of initials. So good luck. BBB, a Broadway musical about a rock star getting drafted. Passing on to FP, a US manufacturer of educational toys for young children. On to AK, Liverpudlian girl group from 1998 in which Kerry Katona was a former member. No, going on to LOTSW, Roy Clark's long-running BBC sitcom. If you don't know, you can go on to the rest. You won't be able to cross it, but you can still accrue some points. On to KAE. We can't complete, but we can get some points. Broadway team behind Cabaret. No, on to PW. Name the Scottish darts player nicknamed Snakebite. No, on to JE. Named the actor who portrayed Mark Zuckerberg in the 2010 film The Social Network. No, on to SD. Spanish artist with an unforgettable moustache. No, on to PSC. Actress who played Pat Butcher in EastEnders. No, on to VO, a spoken part that is pre-recorded and placed over the top of a film or video. Voiceover is the right answer. That's 10 points. SOI, what you tell the cab driver to do when you're in a chase scene. No, TEA, a Twitch interactive game show made by Persephone's Chair. Oh, bad luck, Jay White. Really, really rotten luck. Really, almost had the black run, as St. Minky's saying. Some really tough questions coming up. Let's just go over what you missed out there. BBB, Broadway musical about a rock star getting drafted with Bye Bye Birdie. US manufacturer of young children is Fisher Price, not of young children, for young children. AK Liverpudlian girl group from 1998 was Atomic Kitten. LOTSW, Roy Clark's long-running sitcom is Last of the Summer Wine. KAE, Broadway team behind Cabaret was Canda and Ebb. PW, the Scottish darts player nicknamed Snakebite is Peter Wright. JE, the actor who portrayed Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network was Jesse Eisenberg. SD, the Spanish artist with an unforgettable moustache was Salvador Dali. PSC, the actress who played Pat Butcher in EastEnders was Pam St. Clement. VO, a voiceover you did get that one. SOI, what you tell the cab driver in a chase scene, step on it. And finally, the one that we ended on, a Twitch interactive game show made by Persephone's Chair, was The Escape Artist. Just running out of time for that. Pressure is indeed real. We once had Pam St. Clement. Did you really, David? Pam St. Clement. It's a fun name. Anyway, not to worry there, Jay White. You did manage to get 10 points, which means you're going to break the 300-point mark. We've got through quite a few questions there, but we've still got plenty in the bank, so that's all good. Not to worry, Jay White. Let's go and see how that's done for your final score. And there we go, finishing the game. Connor on 45, Jay White and Matt the Ref finishing on 305. Both those scores will be committed to the leaderboard, which is lovely. And I'll put those up because all three players will not be returning for the next game. So we will have three brand new players coming in for the next game, which will be coming up right after the break. Just before we do, let's go check out the final lobby scores. This should go to the lobby. Yes, it does. Clive of Legend is our winner with 205. Very well done, Clive. And hopefully you all got the bonus penny as well along the way. No pennies going out to winners of this game, by the way, neither lobby nor in hot seat, just because of the way it is. But I will give out pennies for attendance. You got the leaderboard thing here, and I was worried that actually if I gave out pennies to the winners of the leaderboard, then it's maybe sets a precedent that I've got to do that for other leaderboard games, which I don't do. And also there's the inherent advantage of actually you could potentially be facing your own questions. I know there's been quite a few Clive questions in here, so there's maybe a skew that I know Carr has written quite a lot of questions for this, so Carr's likely to do better than other people. So for that reason, yeah. So, Clive Legend, though, for the bragging rights, 205. Hello, Carl. 205 finishing the top of the leaderboard. Now cut that out in second with 195, and Innes in third with 190. Very well played to all of you, and I hope you had fun, all 27 of you there in the lobby. So, that's the end of our first game of Blockbusters. I'm going to get another glass of wine because that's what happens when we go to a break. Connor, Matt, Jay White, it's been lovely having you all. We will see you another time. If I could politely request that maybe you could self-exclude from the next game. If you want to join the lobby, then by all means play the lobby game. But if you could self-exclude so that you wouldn't be selected for the hot seat again, and we'll give some more people another go. You're very welcome, Matt the Ref. Thanks very much for playing. And for you at home for watching. Until I'm back in about 2 minutes' time, it's goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Welcome back to game number 2 of Blockbusters, where we're going to have 3 brand new contestants attempt to take on the grid. Who will succeed, who will fail, we will find out. Congratulations to JY and Matt, who survived and won 3 consecutive episodes, and to Connor, a very valiant attempt there to usurp them on their 3rd attempt, but ultimately failing despite a terrific performance. We're going to have probably one more game, because actually I'm aware we normally do like 3 or 4 Blockbusters and then we only get 1 or maybe 2 if it's a very short game of the Code. So it would be good to maybe do a couple of Blockbusters and maybe we get time for a couple of games of the Code tonight as well, which we don't normally have as much time to play. So we'll do 1 more Blockbusters and then we will move on to the Code. And if you want to come and play in this game of Blockbusters, remember you can self-exclude if you're so inclined, or if you just played in the last game, or you think you've had a few games already and you'd like to give someone else a go, you can self-exclude, but still play in the lobby. Pop in the code. DRQB. Welcome, welcome. Remember, you must be in from the start to get your penny, and you must be in the lobby in order to qualify for the bonus penny. When that comes along, which will come in at some point between 5 and 15 minutes into the game. You don't need a microphone for this, but if you don't want to play in the hot seat, then that's absolutely fine. You can self-exclude by typing !exclude. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Ooh. Dr. Quizbot. That's a good room code. I haven't said hello to everyone yet. It's terribly rude of me. Copper, Cola, Jogging Chump, Adster, Oni, good evening. We Like Shapes, Keshi, Bluey, Proogs, AB Me, Jerry Eris, Procyon, Lupine 1, Big Man Aaron, Alu Z, Stushka, Clive, Not a Jumble, hello, Innis, Milk Like Shapes, I'll say We Like Shapes and Milk Like Substance. I've got to merge you together, sorry. Milk Like Substance, Claire, Matt, JY, Anisette, David Bodicon, DC Simmons, Connor, Ash, Dogfish, Energia, Can't Quiz, Won't Quiz, Score Count, Big Screen Quiz, Kira, Brand New Halo, Zeus, Mr. Quizworthing, Shadowmane, Samster, Now Cut That Out, Jack Wilfred, It's Sotley, 8 Minky, Card, Drew Dave Tom, Super Patrick, Pum and Ben, Lee Link, and anyone else who is hanging out in the chat this evening, not wanting to make themselves known, but just hanging out and watching the game. You're very, very welcome here. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. So, one more game of Blockbusters, and then we're going to go on to the code. The code. I haven't got the thing that makes it do that, or have I? The code. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. The code. The wheel. Wrong game. Nice. Anyway, let's the wheel. The wheel indeed. Let's lock it up and we will get 3 brand new players into this game. Let's test my theory. No, I can't just press progress gameplay anymore. It doesn't do anything. So now to progress the gameplay, I've actively got to select new players, white returning or blue returning. In this case, we do have all new players. It's not a fart button, it's a red herrings out of time button, Oni. Red herrings out of time button. Hello, Toad Boy. Welcome to the stream, mate. Lovely to have you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 35 players here. So let's get this thing underway. New players, please. New players. Good, that works. Who we got? We've got Kira versus the Lupine 1 and Keshi. Thought it was safe to play Blockbusters. Keshi, yes, Keshi is back. Keshi, I believe, managed to get 2 in a row, but lost out on the 3rd one, I think, against Samson, Pum and Ben. Keshi and Lupine teaming up and taking on Kira here. Kira, no R's. We have a good time. We'll have a good time. Quick typing here is all that's required. Mate, you've got my wife's support, Kira. You've got my wife's support. Not that I'm sure she doesn't mean to disparage Lupine and Keshi.
No, I love Lupine and Keshi.
You're loved as well, guys.
Sisters in quizzing, as you know, we're a rare breed.
Sisters, there were never such. Sorry, I'll stop that now. Right, shall we play the game?
I have to live with this.
You love it. You love living with me. Please tell me you love living with me. I can't remember if I've shown you this one or not. My Jackie Weaver t-shirt's here. I can't remember if I was wearing it on Saturday. If I was, I promise you it has been through the wash since then. Yes, it's my Wheel of Fortune Jackie Weaver t-shirt, which I'll show you in full screen a bit later on. Yes, it's very cool, very cool. I am on tiny screen, so can't really say. I'll show you on big screen a bit later on, and it'll be fun. Right, whispering to the bot. Just whisper your answers, just as you did before if you're playing in the lobby game. Good luck to all three of you, and if you're playing in the lobby game, good luck to you as well. I think the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
I said that already. H for hexagons. Let's get going. What H is a musical instrument regularly played by Richard O'Brien on the Crystal Maze? Keshi heads in at the top of the night and saying harmonica. Right answer. 5 points and off the mark. Where to next? Mr. Keshi, on to the G. What G features in the title of a 2020 Netflix drama about a female chess player? Here comes Keshi again. Gambit is the correct answer. Very nice indeed, Keshi. Very quick off the mark. On to the K, not wasting any time here. Let's have a look at this K. What K is an edible kelp that is often used to make dashi, a stock used in Japanese cuisine? Kira's having a go. Saying kale. Not the answer I've got down, I'm afraid. I have to reject it. Blues, do have a go. One of you can have a go. Here comes Keshi head. Kombu. That's the answer we wanted. Kombu or konbu. Taking a third tile for the Blues. On we go. Keshi taking the D next. Let's have a look. What D is the animal used to represent the US Democratic Party? Here comes Keshi again. Is it a donkey? Certainly is, and the Blues now just one away. There is that warning flash. Lupine and Keshi just one away from achieving victory. Keshi, where's it going to be? It's going to be the A. Let's have a look. What A is the football club that laid off its mascot, Gunnosaurus Rex, in October of 2020? Lupine is in with an answer of Arsenal, and that is right, and that is Blockbusters. Yes, indeed, as to that is Blockbusters. Keshi a little bit fast on the buzzer there, and Lupine as well, just at the end. How are you so fast, says Kira. They've been here a while. Fast typing. Absolutely ruthless, as Innes has said. Can I just send out a note and say thank you to all the question writers who've come up this evening. There's been quite a variety of names that have been coming up. If you would like to add questions to this database, then do pop over to the Discord section, get yourself the Question Writer app so you can access the tool with which to write them. Keshi and Lupine up to 25 points. Kira yet to score as we go into frame number 2. Let's play Blockbusters.
Right, the board is ready. Let's play Blockbusters.
Starting with the C. What C is a winter sport that is nicknamed Bowls on Ice? And that was Lupine saying curling. Strong start for the Blues. First tile on the board. Where to next? Off to the M. What M can be described as something that is difficult to explain? Yes, the Lupine one. A mystery. It is indeed a mystery. Mystery. All my life has been a mystery. On to an L next. Sorry, a bit of Hugh Laurie there, not Hugh Jackman. Hugh Laurie. What L is a baby sheep? Kira's in. It's a lamb. Yes, you got some points on the board, Kira. Very well played. 5 points. And remember, you're going top to bottom. So where would you like to go next? Give us a letter. Type the letter. Off to the P for the memes, possibly. Maybe you're going top to bottom. What P is the position in which someone holds their body when standing or sitting? And here's Keshi giving us his posture, which is absolutely right. Where to next? The Blues potentially just 2 away, going on to the V now. Let's have a look. What V was the longest ever serving monarch of the United Kingdom? Yes, one of the Blues. Went too fast before me to see a lot. Victoris. Is sneaking through the spell checker, which means it's allowed on this occasion. You're 1 away, Blues. Watch that typing. Watch that typing. Where are we going to go? On to the K. For more perfect symmetry, let's have a look. What K satisfies the requirements of Jewish law? Yes, one of the Blues. Keshi is saying kosher. He's absolutely kosher, and that is Blockbusters. Well, absolutely superb performance there from the Blues, finishing that first round on 50. Kira just getting 5 points on the board. Just a little bit quick for you off the buzzer there, but hope you've had a good time. All the same, as we lose Kira, but we have those 5 points put onto the leaderboard. Not doing a solid for my agenda there. Not to worry. These guys are very, very quick. Very, very fast. So not to worry about it. Hopefully you've had a good time. That's the main thing. Keep your eyes on the penny bonus, which I don't think has gone yet. It should go off between 5 and 15, or it might be 5 and 10 minutes. So it might be right towards the end or during the gold run. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of, let's just go take a peep at the leaderboard. Shaped out in front on 50, matching the hot seat leaders at the moment. Zeusless on 45, DC Simmons, Connor, Dogfish, Adster, It's Otley, Innis, Big Man Aaron, Carver 7th, Energia, Clive Legend, Pump and Ben, and Oni also all on 45. Shadowmane Proves, Jerry, Jogging Chum all on 40. So a lot of ties on 45. No idea how it compiles it. I think it's just random. But yeah, big joint second going on there. Big joint second. But we've got the gold run to go. And it's going to be Keshi Head as the first player selected, which means you need to remind me next time we load this game up, which will be next month. It will be, if you get into another gold run, I have to say, then it will be Lupine's turn to have a go at the gold run. But we'll give you 10 points for every tile that you uncover in the gold run, Keshi. Or if you make your way from left to right within 90 seconds, we will give you a flat rate of 200. If you're ready, Keshi, if you'd like to take your space, your place, I keep saying space, take your place on the hotspot, please. All right, Keshi, 90 seconds to go from gold to gold. You type the initials and then you answer the question. Lobby, you've got to get your answer in before Keshi has his answer confirmed by the bot one way or another. If you don't know Keshi, give me some different initials and it will block off that tile and give you the new initials. If you get it wrong, you can try it again. You don't have to pass immediately. You can try as many times as you like if you're not sure. I can override. I think I can override from here if I believe what you've said is actually correct. Good luck, Keshi. 90 seconds. We're all rooting for you, and your time will start when you give me your first initials. FN, the lady with the tramp. Sorry, the lady with the lamp. I can't read. Florence Nightingale is the right answer. SE, diminutive comedian who hosted Armchair Detectives. Susan Kalman is right. On to RC, colourful three-dimensional toy. Rubik's Cube is right. Where to next? Quiz show that narrows 49 contestants down to one lucky Wonderwall player. Winning lines is right. Where are we going to next? TJ, DC character portrayed by Mark Hamill, Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. The Joker is right, and you have done it in 33 seconds. Wow. What a performance there. Absolutely staggering right across the middle of the board. No drama whatsoever. 33 seconds. I don't think we've seen it done quicker. Absolutely superb, Keshi. Very, very well played. And just in time for the bonus penny, Blockbusters 22. Whisper it to the bot if you'd like it. Oni, Keshi, AB Me, Zeustless. A few other people who have now gone up the log, but you need to be in the lobby in order to claim that, by the way. But absolutely tremendous performance. A bonus 200 points for Lupine and Keshi there. Let's go and see what that's done to the scores. Yeah, Florence Nightingale's lesser-known philanthropic sister was the lady with the tramp. She worked. Yeah, there's a joke there which I'm not going to make. Keshi and Lupine and Keshi up to 250 points after their first performance here. Kira has to leave us with 5 points, but we'll go on to the leaderboard. I think you got a couple of seconds left on that penny bonus. Yes, Lupine has just claimed the penny bonus, or the bonus penny. Penny bonus, bonus penny. And so do make sure you get that. Make sure you get it. Comes with something through DC for the last one. Nice. Do I want to do one more? No, you know what? We are going to go on to the code because I know we started slightly late and we've only had 2 games of Blockbusters tonight, but since I've done the rebuild of Blockbusters, it has been more Blockbusters heavy than code heavy, and I have redone the logic of the code. Oh yeah, leaderboard. It'll do that automatically, 8Minky, when I press the button. We Like Shapes is the winner with 100 points. 2 players with 95, Zeussless and Big Man Aaron. And a few people on 85, Pum and Ben, Asa, Oni and Clive of Legend in joint third. Well done. Well done to all of y'all. I'm glad this is working. It's always nice when things work. But no, we've done a lot of blockbusters on the Blockbusters and the Code night. I feel the Code is getting neglected because it sometimes goes on till 9:15 or 9:30, and then we only have one game. It'd be nice to get 2 games, obviously depending how the players do, especially since I've redone the logic for it. So do want to get some more Code stuff done. So we are going to move on because it is 9 o'clock. But I hope you've enjoyed Blockbusters. I will add all the pennies, attendance pennies, bonus pennies into the leaderboard probably tomorrow morning, and update the leaderboard scores correctly as well. So, Lupine and Keshi, do come and join us next month when we play Blockbusters. Tentative date for your diary. Actually, this might be slightly different. It might be on the first Tuesday for reasons. Because there's 5 Tuesdays this month. So rather than having a sort of blank stream on the 30th of March, I'm going to immediately carry on with Millionaire on the 30th of March, and so this is going to be on the 6th of April. We'll next revisit Blockbusters and the Code. No, you have to do it before the answer has been shown, Jogging Chum, in the Gold Run, before the correct answer has been shown. Yeah, because April is going into the sort of the end game of Face Off. So the plan is to tie up the season with an end of Countdown Going for Gold on the 20th of April, and then the 24th of April will be the season finale, and then the 27th I may take a day off, possibly. So that's the plan. So it's just going to carry on as normal, but it won't be the first of the month, which it will be a bit weird if you're used to the first of the month, but it's just going to carry on with the normal cycle. So Wheel and Deal next Tuesday. I should probably talk about it next week. Yeah, Wheel and Deal next Tuesday. Countdown and Going for Gold Pilot the week after. Then we restart with Millionaire, Blockbusters and the Code, etc, etc, etc. So, well done to everyone there. Hope you all had fun. Congratulations to players in the lobby who I can't remember now who won. We Like Shapes at the top with 100. I will give out the bonus and the attendance and bonus pennies tomorrow. Of course, no pennies for winning in this one, but you do get your leaderboard positions for Lupine, Keshi, and Kira. Hope you've had fun. That's been Blockbusters. Sit tight. I'll be back in a few minutes where we will have another player or team of players attempting to crack the code. Until next time, though, goodbye for now. Good evening and welcome back to Game Night Classics, where we're going to have another edition of The Code. I haven't played The Code for a little while. It's been a few weeks, but we're going to hopefully get through a couple of games, obviously depending how players do. We could have some very short games. We could have a couple of slightly longer games. What I need to do is undeafen myself in the Discord, and I need to share that screen, because for this game, if you want to play in the hot seat, you need to have a microphone. A microphone is important, and you also need to be a member of the Discord, which you can go and join at discord.gg/Persephone's chair. So do go join if you're not there already. You'll need to have a microphone, and you'll need to be able to come and talk to me, and potentially with other people. The Code randomly picks either 1, 2, or 3 people to be on your team. I think I've fixed the gremlins, whereby last time it was accidentally picking boards of people who were already in there. I think I have now fixed that issue. And I can still see I've got lots and lots of boards available. 241 total unused boards in the database. These are all clumped into 3 and should now all be from the same author of the questions. This, the logic being that when new questions come along, they can have a sort of running theme to them, and I see I've got 5 boards in here of my own. 0 or 5 have been used, which means there might be some theme boards come up tonight if that happens. Yeah, there's a lot of boards, so I'm in no danger of running out, but it's another reason to sort of go through it, because I've got more of the Code questions than I've got Blockbusters questions at the moment, and the Code questions take a little bit longer to go through than the Blockbusters ones as well. So there's a balancing act with this whole database management thing. But anyway, if you want to come and play, then you need to punch in the code. You can play in the lobby, and this is like Blockbusters. This is now a duration game where you can play for the whole thing. You're not eliminated when you get one wrong, but it is stacked according to your scores, according to the number of questions you've got right, and then how many digits you've got in the code. It should now all work. Fingers crossed. Let's open it up, and if I go to the right profile, the code, pop in a code if you want to come play. Don't know why I still make you do this with an exclamation mark, but I do. And there is 4,000 points in the jackpot at the moment. Last time we played, Keshi and Claire went quite a long way, but fell after about 8 questions and did not manage to win that jackpot, sadly. But no saying that tonight we won't have any winners. If not, then the jackpot will go up to 4,500 points. Top of the leaderboard's about 7.5, I think. 7.5 or 8,000. I've got the leaderboard open. I could just go and have a look. You could just go have a look. You just go look right now, Ben. 8,500. Samster, DMM, and Dr. Mummy getting 8,500. Next highest Clive and Ash on 5,500. Oh, bit of a hiccup there. Excuse me. 32 in the lobby. Here's an interesting thing my wife read the other day, and shared with me. You can either look like or sound like Jar Jar Binks. You cannot kill yourself. What do you choose? That's the question. Yeah, we start at 3,000 and then we add 500 every time. Jack Wilford going for the Mimi answer there with 420. The Mimi code, very nice. So the computer will that would also work, Big Ben Aaron. The computer will randomly select either 1, 2, or 3 players to come and take on the code, and you'll all need to come into voice chat and have a little bit of a chat with me. Me to not think that good question. I gotta look at you. Oh, Kira, you do yourself a disservice. Right, 33 in the lobby. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to lock it up, and we're going to pick some players. Few people on the excluded list. I'm seeing a few people are excluding who have either been in recently or played other games tonight. Thank you very much to you for doing that, if that is you. It's good to give as many people as possible a bite at the cherry. So I appreciate your forthrightness when it comes to joining the lobby for this game. But do of course join the lobby if you if you just want to play in the lobby game, but you don't necessarily want to play in the hot seat. You can still join the lobby. In fact, you must join the lobby if you actually want to do that. So do pop your way in. Pop your way in. I said 30 seconds about a minute ago, so I should probably lock it up. Right, let's pick some players. Here we go, and find out how many we're going to have. It's a solo run. Who's it going to be? It's Jerry Eris. Jerry Eris, pop your way down to the green room. It is just you, yourself, and I suppose. Although I'm not going to help you out. pop your way towards the green room. Everybody else, you're playing in the hobby game. Jerry, 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 Jerry. I think that's very funny. We'll get Jerry into the green room, we'll get him sound tested, and then we'll bring him into the studio. And while we're waiting for Jerry to turn up, I'm going to pour myself another cup of wine. I keep pouring myself small cups of wine because we've got this box now. Nice box of wine. This is not an advert. This is... I'm not being paid to suggest 19 Crimes is a good wine. I'm not. But it's very nice. Very flavoursome. I see Jerry in the green room, hopefully. And there we go. Jerry Harris, good evening and welcome.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you here. This is, I think, maybe the first time I've spoken with you. It can't have been many, certainly.
I think so, yeah.
Well, it's lovely to have you here. How are you keeping?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you for asking. So you're in line for the code night. Are you happy and clear and comfortable with all the rules regarding this game?
I think so, yes.
Okay. I'll go through everything as we go in case there's anything you're not sure about. But for the first set of boards that we'll see, you'll get 3 questions and you need to decide which of the answers is correct, lock it in, and so on. You've got no one to discuss it with other than me, which is absolutely fine. But I would just counsel not to if you see the answer and you immediately know it, hang fire just until I've had a chance to give it over to the Twitch audience because their game happens sort of before yours, and then you get to have a chat about it afterwards. Good?
Okay.
Fantastic. Right, well, if you're ready to play, we'll play the code. I'm just going to take a look at board number 1. Options are Niln, Georgetown, Claude Monet. And the questions attached to those are: what is the name of a city in Nigeria and the finish for if? Question number A. Question B, which city is the capital of Sierra Leone? And question C, who painted the Water Lily Pond? Pretty tricky board to begin with. Thank you to Carl the 7th for this board. Twitch audience, you've got 20 seconds to submit an answer and your time starts now. Which one is the truth, A, B or C? Twitch audience, whisper it to the bot if you think the name of a city in Nigeria and the finish for if is nil, whisper A. If you think the capital of Sierra Leone is Georgetown, whisper B. And if you think Claude Monet painted the Water Lily Pond, type C. And that's time up. Jerry, what do you think?
I am not sure at all on this, but I'm going to guess C.
Any particular reason?
I don't think it's A. Like that's the least confident I would be on. Maybe it's B, maybe it's C, but I don't know.
Well, do you want me to lock in C as your answer?
Yes, please.
Okay, C is locked in. Only the computer can tell us it was a bit of a punt, and it might be a short game. Let's find out. Computer, is C the correct answer? It is. A very nice start. Yes, Claude Monet painted the Water Lily Pond. As to the other two, they're obviously incorrect. Do you want to hazard a guess as to what A or B might be? Capital of Sierra Leone, any thoughts?
No idea.
No idea. Freetown rather than Georgetown. And as to the Finnish word for if and the city in Nigeria, it is Jos. Jos is the answer there. I think that may be coming in with a bit of a meanie answer. And thank you very much to Carl the 7th for these questions. More importantly for you though, Jerry, you get an attempt. Oh, here comes the washing machine. Let's get some washing machines in the chat. Lovely, 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 lovely. Jerry, you've got an opportunity to look for a digit in your code. It will be 3 distinct digits. There won't be any repeats. So there'll be 3 distinct digits along the way. If you find a digit in your code, you're one step closer to cracking the code. But of course, it does mean the game gets a little bit harder. So what number would you like to look for?
Let's look for number 5.
Number 5, right in the middle of the board. Seems as good a place as any to start. Tell me, is there a 5 in your code? Looking in the first box first. Nothing there. What about box number 2? Have we got a 5? We have. Very, very nice indeed. Yes, box number 5, or rather digit number 5, is the second digit of your code. A very strong start. So the game is going to take a trickier turn straight away. We can look at the lobby. There are lots of players who've got 1 correct. So the first column of that bracket lobby players, the first column is the number of questions, and the second column is the number of digits you have found in the code. So there's a number of the players who have got both the question right and the digit in their code. Then it's ordered by questions correct. Then it's ordered by digits in code. So a few players yet to score, but that's how the scoring is worked over there. Very well done, Jerry. If you found 5, the game's going to get a little bit harder. Let's go on to board. Be quiet, washing machine. Let's go on to board number 2. Options are Wild Gunman, David Tennant, Martin Bashir. So you get to see 2 of these questions, and then you must make a decision. So you'll need to pick 2 of the answers to unveil. We'll then throw it over to the Twitch audience, and then you've got to try and work out which one is the truth without having all the information. So out of those 3, Jerry, which 2 would you like to see?
I'd like Wild Gunman and David Tennant.
Wild Gunman and David Tennant. I'll reveal them in that order. I'll then throw it to the Twitch audience, and then I'll come back to you for a little chat. So, question A. Nintendo's Donkey Kong was originally designed to make use of leftover hardware from what earlier arcade game? Wild Gunman, is that the answer? Perhaps. Let's take a look at question B. The trailer for Lil Nas X's single Holiday features which actor shouting, "Whatever you do, Nas, don't go to 2020." If you think that's David Tennant, then the answer would be B. Thank you to Clive of Legend for these questions. Question C, we're not going to see that question, but the answer to it is Martin Bashir. Now, whichever one of those you think is the truth, audience, you've got 20 seconds to make up your mind, and your time starts now. If you think Nintendo's Donkey Kong was originally designed to make use of leftover hardware from Wild Gunman, you need to type A. If you think the trailer for Lil Nas X's single Holiday features David Tennant, type B. And if you think neither of those are true, and the answer is perhaps C, Martin Bashir, we don't know the question, then you need to type C. And thank you again to Clive. Jerry, any thoughts on those as they stand?
I know Wild Gunman or something similarly named was an old arcade game from Nintendo. I don't remember if that was the one. I know, well, David Tennant, obviously, the 10th Doctor, maybe would make sense in this case.
Have you heard of Martin Bashir at all?
I don't believe the name rings a bell.
Okay, so nothing to go on with that. So it's a matter of whether or not you think either A or B is true. And if you think either A or B is true, do you want to lock one of them in, or do you want to take a punt and think neither A or B are true and lock in C? It's up to you.
I think I'm going to go with B.
You're going to go with B. The trailer for Lil Nas X's single Holiday, you think features David Tennant?
Yes.
Would you like to lock B in as your answer?
Yes, please.
Okay. B is locked in. Before we reveal the correct answer, we need to reveal the third question there. Question C. A furore erupted in 2020 when Charles Spencer accused which BBC journalist of using faked bank statements to secure his 1995 interview with Princess Diana. Does that mean anything to you at all?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out. You've locked in B, so you can't go back at this point. Computer, is B the correct answer? It's not, I'm afraid. The lobby has updated, so the lobby players will know if they got the right answer at that point. The correct answer there was, in fact, C. It was indeed Martin Bashir, the one you had not heard of. As to the other two, the trailer for Lil Nas X's single Holiday did not feature David Tennant. It did, in fact, feature Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As to A, any ideas? Not Wild Gunman. If you were going to hazard a guess, which one do you think it would be?
Like, there was some shooting game, I think it might have been.
Some shooting game.
Not like a space shooting game. Yeah, that's one.
Radar scope. Sounds very much like a space shooting game to me. So, you managed to eliminate one, but unfortunately not enough to eliminate two. And I'm afraid, Jerry, we have to lose you at this part of the game. You found one digit of your code, but sadly not enough. Have you had a good time, though?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
It's been lovely having you here. And, Jerry, hopefully we'll see you another time. So,
good night.
that is the end of the question and the end of the first game of the code. The leaderboard persists as it was before. We will put another 500 points into the leaderboard, which means the next game will be worth 4,500 points if you can crack the code. And we're going to do that immediately. So sit tight and I'll be back in just a second. In fact, I'm not going to go anywhere because the camera is going to stay on. Because I don't have an inbuilt camera for this game. $241 boards to play with. Did we get a bonus penny there? We may not have got a bonus penny. So this is a thing, actually, with this game. If the game is quite short, we may not get a bonus penny. And I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with that. So we're going to move on to game number 2. If you want to come and join the lobby, do type in your code. And again, if you want to self-exclude because you've already played in other games tonight and you want to give someone else a chance, the exclusion list doesn't persist between games. It's worth me adding, but if you want to give someone else a go in the hot seat, then do self-exclude. Let's add another £500 to that jackpot, take it up to 4,500. But yes, the exclusion list doesn't persist in between games. So if you want to let others have a go, do add yourself to the exclusion list. But of course, you can still continue in the lobby play. And a reminder that you must have a microphone if you want to come and play this game. That would be kind, Matt. I mean, I'm not gonna prescribe that, but I think it would be a nice thing to do to give other people a chance. We've got 30 people in the lobby, and we've only had a handful of players in tonight. So if you want to self-exclude, it's entirely up to you. But I would encourage it. Thank you very much for that, Matt. Yeah, when it goes from one game to another, I mean, I can manually add your name onto the list. I don't really like doing that, but the sort of the ethos that we try to promote is that it's good for as many people as possible to try and have hot seat play as possible. And so I invite you to follow your conscience, knowing full well you can still play in the lobby game. We've got another 30 players here, and we've got a handful on the exclusion list, and I'm seeing names of people who've already played tonight. Which is very good of them to do that. But we are going to have some more players come in to try and crack the code. Seat is indeed hot, certainly is. Absolutely right, Minka. We are a community, and it's always nice to see people sharing that spotlight, as it were. Apart from me. But that's another thing. Although Mrs. Flush is coming to join us. Meet the Flushes is coming on 27th of March, AMA. Me and Mrs. Flush, you get a chance to ask us anything you like. So do be thinking about some questions you'd maybe like to come and ask us about some stuff. Me and Mrs. Flush. Yes, the seat is on fire. That's going to be Saturday the 27th of March. That evening is going to also have Face Off and I think Risky Business. I think I've got earmarked for that. It's a little way off yet, 2 weeks on Saturday, but that's a very good question, brand new Halo. That is a very good question. I would save that up and save up some channel points so you can ask that question. That stream might be starting slightly earlier. Also, all the numbers are now centralised. It wasn't the 1, it was the 3 and the 7 were slightly lopsided. And I fixed that up this morning, and I'm much happier with it now. Right, that's enough jabbering. I'm going to quit my jibber-jabber now, and I'm going to lock the lobby, and we're going to pick some more players to come and play the code. 4,500 in the jackpot. Let's see who's joining us next. It's a 3-player game. We've got Oni. We've got Car the 7th. And we've got Jogging Chum. 3 players coming into the hot seat. If you 3 would like to make your way towards the green room, we'll get you sound tested, and then we will bring you into the broadcast studio to see if the 3 of you can crack the code. There's an Oni, there's a Jogging Chum, just waiting for a Car 7th. Car 7th, who has at least half of the question database on Blockbusters, and to whom we're very grateful. Oh, I'm sorry, Car 7th Mobile is who we've actually got this evening. Much more casual game than Face Off, which is the last time I was talking to Car, and probably to Oni, and probably to Jogging Chum as well. To all 3 of you, well, to certainly 2 of you, and all 3 of you, there's Car the 7th now. Good evening and welcome. That was a noise, certainly. Shall we?
Welcome to the
Lovely to have you. Love to have all 3 of you here. Car, I'm pretty sure you've played the code before. Jogging Chum and Alex, I'm not so sure if you have.
No,
Okay, well, Like I say, I will explain the rules as we go, but this will be a lot of chat between the three of you. The one thing to make absolutely clear is that once the options have come up, please don't give anything away until I have thrown this out to the Twitch lobby, just so they can have a go. So hold fire on your deliberations until the lobby have a chance to play. So if you're ready, I think we should go and play the code. Let's take a look at your first board. Options are Yokohama, Rainbow Warriors, Association Football. Questions are: the Japanese TV game show Takeshi's Castle is broadcasted in the elaborately made film set in what city? Is question A. Question B: what is the popular used term for the large amount of defense troops of Count Takeshi in Takeshi's Castle? And question C: what is the national sport of Chile? Slight curveball at the end, but this is what the boards could do actually now because they're clumped together. So obviously, when Applecast, to whom we're very grateful, wrote this board, he obviously had Takeshi's Castle on the brain, and that's how they've clumped together. First of all, to the lobby, which do you think is the truth, A, B, or C? Your time starts now. The Japanese TV game show Takeshi's Castle is broadcast in the elaborately made film set in what city? If you think it's Yokohama, type A. What is the popular used term for the large amount of defense troops of Count Takeshi in Takeshi's Castle? If you think it's Rainbow Warriors, type B. And if you think the national sport of Chile is Association Football, type C. Thank you very much again to Applecast. Oni, Car, Jogging Chum, it's over to you. What do you think?
Immediately, I'm thinking of ruling out B because I think it's the Rainbow Guard and not the Rainbow Warriors. Now, with A, I know that the actual film set is the Midoriyama one. That's where they do Ninja Warrior. It's the same set, and I know that it's around Tokyo Bay, and Yokohama is in Tokyo Bay, but I don't know if it's the same city.
I have nothing to add.
C,
Jogging Chum's got nothing to add. Jogging Chum being frightfully honest here. Nothing to add.
To me, C seems too obvious. That if it was, that seems too easy and too obvious, which is actually why I think it's not C.
Yeah, and I think with that one, I'd be more inclined to go for A, but I'm not 100%. I'm just more of a percent for A than I am for the others.
I was actually thinking it was B, but you're saying it's the Rainbow Guard, not the Rainbow Warriors.
I think it's the Rainbow Guard. I think the Rainbow Warriors... it's the Emerald Guard. It's the Emerald Guard. The Rainbow Warriors were the ones that are in the ponchos at the top of Rice Bowl Downhill.
Okay.
That rings a bell, the Emerald.
Therefore, if we're thinking it's C because it's not C because it's too obvious, and you're saying it's not B, therefore by elimination we guess we go for A.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to go for A if you guys are fine.
Shall I lock in?
Yeah, we'll go with A.
Shall I lock in A? Jogging Chum, you happy for A?
I'm happy.
Okay, we will lock in A as the answer.
And we're inclined to think that the washing machine agrees.
That's the vacuum, actually. that's the vacuum now, but... loud noises! I know, right? Well, only one entity can tell us the correct answer, and that is the computer. Computer, is A the correct answer? Solid knowledge there from Oni, spotting Yokohama at the beginning. And indeed, it was A. Thank you to Applecast for this question board. As to B, Oni, you were suggesting it was the Rainbow Guard or the Emerald Guard, perhaps?
Emerald Guard, yeah.
Shit, that's the wrong button. Emerald Guard is the right answer. That's the first time I've actually made a mistake by pressing the wrong button on the stream deck. I'm hoping that won't break anything. If it does, I can force you back in and then we'll do it as normal. But sorry about that. As to C, national sport of Chile.
Would it be basketball?
Basketball?
Oh, no, sure.
Let's have a look. Rodeo, apparently, or rodeo, if you prefer. A few people in the lobby getting the correct answer. Brand New Halo, DC Simmons, Dogfish, J White, Keshi, Proogs, Pum and Ben, and We Like Shapes, all getting a point on the board. Sorry for locking that answer in. I really hope it doesn't break moving forward from this point. We'll find out in a minute. Though you guys do get to search for a digit in your code, 0 through 9. There are 3 distinct digits in the code. What would you like to look for first?
Any choices, anybody?
Go medium, go 8.
three of us. Shall we go three or eight? You said eight first. Shall we do eight?
I did say 8. Because the meme.
Yeah, why not?
It's not my meme. It's Ashley Bash's meme, but we do share communities. And Ash, if it's okay with you, we're going to borrow your meme if that's quite all right, and we're going to look and see, is there an 8 in your code?
It's 9 minus 1. It fits me.
Well, let's take a look. Is there an 8 in the first box? Alas, no. I did borrow Josh earlier, but that wasn't on me. To be fair, neither was this one. What about box number 2?
That was me.
That was Carl. That was Carl. Not in box number 2. How about box number 3? Have we got an 8 in there? No dice, I'm afraid. Maybe you should have pennies in lieu. We're going to start buying memes off each other with our in-channel currencies.
No perfection this time.
I could certainly get involved with charging you some doots every time you wear the Edinburgh t-shirt. That could be quite fun. Although actually no, not really, because that's half your meme as well. Because it was you who caused the Edinburgh meme. It wasn't. It was me not breaking the game. We'll discuss this. We'll discuss an exchange rate. There's no 8 in your code. That is the end of the question. I'm hoping that me pressing the wrong button hasn't broken the game. If it has, then I can force the same players back in, and I can force the code to be the same as it is now. We'll find out. Let's go to board number 2.
What's the penny to do to exchange rate?
I don't know the penny to do to exchange rate, but let me read this question first, and then we can discuss that as a committee. Looks like it has cleared it, which is good. Options are moguls, 19 years, and reptiles. Let's take a look at these 3 questions in turn. Question A. What Olympic sport has on top of a judge-based scoring, a scoring for time of flight in the most recent Olympics? Question B. How many years are between 2 leap years in the Hebrew calendar? And question number C. Herpetology is the study of what type of animals? Thank you again to Apple Cars for the question board here. And Twitch audience, you've got 20 seconds to make up your mind, and your time starts now. If you think the Olympic sport that has a scoring for time of flight is the moguls, type A. If you think there are 19 years between 2 leap years in the Hebrew calendar, type B. And if you think herpetology is the study of reptiles, type C. Chaps, what do you think?
Now, I remember...
there's a... Sorry, you go first.
I don't have a Scooby about the Hebrew calendar, and I do remember playing. Well, it says most recent Olympics. I do remember playing the Super Nintendo game of Lillehammer '94, and it had the moguls on it. Yeah, that's the one where it's kind of like a slalom, but it's like really hilly, isn't it?
I've never heard of them.
I do not know, is all I can say.
It's one where it's like a whole bunch of bumps that are really close together, and they've got sort of go left and right, kind of in a slalom. Like
I see.
And I think it's done by time to get down, and there is also a thing for time of flight. Like there's a kind of freestyle thing to it as well. So it's not only fast; you got to have flair. But I don't know if the time is actually like judge-based. Because I originally thought the answer was. Sorry.
So I was just going to jump in. I know Jogging Chum had something to say before, so I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets a chance to chat.
All I know is that there's the comedian Stuart Lee has a bit about the Loch Ness Monster, and he makes reference to herpetology, but whether that means reptiles or not, I don't know.
Would the Loch Ness Monster, and I can say this as a host because I don't know the answers ahead of time, I didn't write the questions, just to encourage conversation, is the Loch Ness Monster, would it be, if it were real, a reptile? Or would it be an amphibian? Amphibian reptile? I don't know.
I think as a prehistoric kind of myth. I think it would.
Maybe.
It's possibly a dinosaur, and dinosaurs are reptiles.
Sort of plesiosaur. So, okay.
But he doesn't say that herpetology is explicitly the study of reptiles. So.
Mrs. Flush has just completed. Mrs. Flush has just completed the 4th and final commission, which I'm not allowed to show you yet, but it's just been done, which is why I'm cooing off camera. Looks very good.
I just had a brainwave. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you can cook and eat reptiles, and there is a name that's close to herpetology. I think it's some like helioptile, the kind of meat, the reptile meat. So I think it might be helioptology. I'm sorry if I'm trying to
so
read
it's
it down
not
wrong
herb,
one.
which would mean possibly herb would be then the amphibian one, possibly.
Potentially.
Yeah, we've
I think
2
it's
years
between
leap
A and
years
B.
in the Hebrew calendar. 19.
It seems odd it'll be an odd year. Or an odd number of years.
It would be an odd number of years, yeah. So is it? So that would be 20 years at once every 20 years, at that rate.
But it includes between 2 leap years. That would mean there'd be a leap year inside it, so it'd mean that it'd come every 9 years, wouldn't it?
No. Hold on. No. If it's between two leap years, that means it's 21. It's one every 21 years.
It'd
be one every 21 years. One every 21 years, because of the fact it's the years between the 2 leap years. I guess therefore not including the leap year itself. So is it one every 21?
It'd be every 20 if it was right, wasn't it? Because if leap year is 1, 19 years later, that's 20.
Yeah, but this one says it'd be 21, which would mean that would be wrong. And it also sounds just a bit over the top, even for the Hebrew calendar.
What are we leaning towards? And just so you're aware, we are just getting a third eye, if you like, on this, and we're just having the questions once more having a gone over. So it might be that you get a free board on this either way, but we're just checking. Yeah, we're just going to give it a check. But do continue the discussion by all means.
I'm willing enough to put it on myself to rule out C.
Okay.
Okay.
A is because immediately when I saw that question, I thought ski jumping, but that's not time of flight. Oh, that's judge-based scoring in length, wasn't it?
I mean, it's not even judge.
Yeah, it's just ski jump is.
There is judging.
It's just length.
There's judging for landing.
Well, I thought it was just length.
I think it's length and judge because you have to land it properly as well.
That is true.
And I think now I see possibly where Royal might have gone with his comments, because you could argue the time of flight is proportional to the length of jump.
Could you? Depends on your angle.
If your high flight is likely, you're going to go further, given the.
Oh, yeah. And in a ski jump, the angle of ascent's going to be the same whenever you jump, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna pressure you for an answer at this point.
What are we thinking?
Well, you think it's not. Well, you thinking it's possibly A. So that's the one with the bumps.
Yeah,
but that's a little bumps.
Yeah.
There are lots of little bumps. How much airtime do they normally get in a mogul?
Oh, dude. Well, they do. Yeah, you can get some decent air high on it, and that might be a thing that they score for. You know.
I thought it'd be like just you going very, very quickly through the little bumps, which is being barely any airtime at all.
I'm gonna repeat my insistence for an answer at this point.
Okay.
What are we going with then?
My inkling is B. But if you want to
my
go for A,
inkling is possibly B as well, because I don't think that's right from given what you said about it. Although 90 sounds weird, it sounds so weird, it could be right.
I think 2 out of 3. I think we're going to go with B.
All right, we'll lock in B as an answer. If I focus on the right screen now. I'm glad you've said that, because stuff flying off behind the scenes, you quickly eliminated C, and you were umming and ahhing between A and B. If you'd actually said to me A and gone for that, I would have insisted that you lock in B anyway, because this board is slightly wonky in that B is... in fact, just before we do that, let me give you the correct answer. The correct answer is B. A and C are definitely wrong, but B is ambiguous at best, we could say. And actually, the question writer, Apple, was messaging one of the moderators who alerted me to maybe a discrepancy in the question. So in the interest of fairness, unless you had gone gung-ho all in, it is definitely A without a second thought, I would have given you this as a free board anyway. So note to self, I need to firm up some of the proofing on this. But you're quite right that the answer is B, or as close. Certainly A and C are both incorrect. C, what do you think it is? Not reptiles, but...
Amphibians?
What? It's birds.
Oh, birds.
Or avian reptiles. It does look... I did do a quick check on that. It did look like it was amphibians as well. So reptiles was wrong, but I'm not sure birds is the right answer either. So we'll look up these... have a look at these questions again. But we've got eyes on the questions as they're coming in, so we won't end up with a situation where there's an unfortunate incident occurring. As to A, Olympic sport that is top of a judge-based scoring for time of flight in the most recent Olympics, not the moguls, but trampoline is what we were after for that. Herpetology is to reptiles and amphibians. It looked like, when I looked it up just now, I didn't spend long on it, but it looked like it said non-avian reptiles, i.e. amphibians. So, but herpetology as opposed to herpetology. Subtle distinction, maybe, but herpetology as perhaps birds. I don't know. I need to verify some of these questions a little more thoroughly, so I may be calling on the question writers in due course to do question proofers to do that in due course. Anyway, not a drama. We've got the right answer, or the right answer as much as we can, and it's time to look for another digit in your code. No 8 on the first search, but we've got a choice of 9 other digits. Let's have a look. What do we want?
I picked the first digit, so I think one of you two should pick another digit.
I'm a fan of 3.
3.
Ready?
Let's have a look.
3 it is.
And see if there's a 3 in your code.
I was going to go 3 because there's 3 of us. That's how lazy I am.
That works. Does it work for the board? Certainly does. Very nice indeed. Yes, there is a 3. The first digit of your code is in fact a 3, which means the game gets a little trickier. But also you are one step closer to cracking the code and winning those 4,500 points. I'm trying to pour wine out of the box while talking at the same time, which is why I'm at a funny angle and all the way over here. I beg your patience and offer my hearty contrafibularities and apologies. Dogfish currently leading at the moment with 2 questions correct, though yet to find a digit of their code. Few people have got a single digit, but only 1 or no questions. Let's move on from that question, and we will move on to board number 3. Take a look. Options are 86, Nadir, Rondo. Now, in this round, you only get to see 2 of the questions before you must make a decision, and as ever, once you pick those questions, I will throw it open to the lobby. Try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible in the pre-lobby chat afterwards, as much as you like. What would you like to see?
I think if it were me, I'd go for Rondo and pick either of the other 2.
I was going to say the same. I'd say Rondo and 86. I'd go for.
Yeah, that's what
I would go with Rondo 86. Yeah, I think.
Right.
Yeah, shall we lock it?
From the number.
We'll go in that order then. We'll look at Rondo first, and then 86, and then Nadir will be a mystery to us. Let's take a look at Rondo. Again, no chatter until we've had a chance to give it to the Twitch audience. Question C. In what musical form are the refrain and episodes usually alternating? And question A. The USSR existed for approximately how many years? Twitch audience, you have your chance to answer now, and your time starts now. If you think that the musical form where the refrain and episodes usually alternate is a rondo, type C. If you think the USSR existed for approximately 86 years, type A. And if you think neither of those are true and it must be Nadir, type B. Thank you very much to Cetra for this question board. And gentlemen, I shall pass the game back to you. What do we think?
I think I know this.
Tell us
I
more.
did GCSE music.
I did that too. And A level and degree and masters, but I can't help you.
All right.
It's the only thing I can brag about. It's the only thing I'm good at.
I also
Sorry,
had a Twix today, so. But yes,
I
the
didn't have
first
one of
thing we did in the first thing we did in GCSE music was Western classical music, and the first thing we did was a rondo. And the rondo is the musical structure is you have a bass model and you do variations, so it goes like A B A B, or you can do A B A C A B. As long as you have like an initial idea, then you do a variation of it, and then come back to that idea. But you can do as many variations as you like, as long as it keeps coming back to that same idea. And I think that's what refrain and episodes are meaning here.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. So, cause of course, I remember also because I also played classical music. I played in an orchestra, and of course, I'm trying to remember. Of course, the probably most famous rondo is the Rondo alla Turk by Mozart.
That's episode 8. It goes back to yeah.
As for the USSR, I think it's because it was mid-World War One. It wasn't at the start of World War One, and it ended 1990, 1991.
Yeah, I think it's 91, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely no later than 91 because by then it became the CIS, the Commonwealth of Independent States, before it eventually became Russian. But it started. The form of the Union was not at the start of World War One. I think it at least 1916, which means at most it's 85.
So yeah, if we go from 1992 and we knock back 86 years, that's 1905, isn't it?
No.
About 906.
Oh,
no, yeah, it'd be 1906.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 19. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So
yeah,
what do we?
It'd be 70 something years.
What do we
it'd be
think?
70 something years.
I think it's C.
Do you
it's definitely not A.
Would you like me to lock in C as your answer?
I feel confident enough that I'm willing to put my dignity on the line for it being C.
Okay.
My dignity is not on the line. My dignity is not on the line, so I'm happy to go along with it.
Well, I've got.
Okay, and I'm outvoted regardless, so yeah. So yeah, I'll go C.
Let's put our faith in GCSE music, friends.
C it shall be. Well, just before we go to the reveal, let's take a look at question B and see what Nadia's question was. What is the imaginary point directly above a particular location called? Is that an Nadia?
That sounds wrong, because Nadia is a low point.
Yeah.
It's the zenith, isn't it?
Well, academic at this point, because you're locked in with C. Tell me, is C, computer, the correct answer? Yes, of course it is. Very well played. Yes, the rondo.
GCSE music
GCSE
works.
for the win. And yes, the rondo alla turca, as you pointed out, which is A B A C D A C A coda. It's weird. It gets weird, but the general form is generally accepted. A B A C A D rondo form. Very famous example of that, actually, outside of the Mozart rondo alla turca, is the last movement of Beethoven's Pathetique Sonata, which is as close to a true rondo form as we can get. So do check that out. As to B, Nadia, I was thinking it was apex actually, but I do know that Nadia is underneath. So what do we think? B, only you said it wasn't Nadia. You said something else.
Zenith.
A zenith. You'd be absolutely right. Now, as to A, interestingly, your GCSE music, yours guys helped you out on question C, but question A, this is where my master's degree in music performance is going to come in handy, because you were talking about the formation of the USSR. I happen to know that the USSR was founded after the Russian Revolution, which was 1917, which I did because I studied Prokofiev during my master's degree. That's the only reason I know that. So you were thinking it wasn't going to be 86. You thought that was slightly too long? You think it's probably closer to what?
70, 76 then. Probably 76. 75, 75, yeah.
It's the Mimi
69.
answer. 69. 69.
Oh, we're not going to forget that. Oh.
Not going to forget that in a hurry. The
That means,
USSR
okay,
existed
17 till
Those horny Russians.
I don't know that it was formed.
86.
I don't know that it was formed directly after the Russian Revolution. I know that the Russian Revolution was 1917, so it was.
I see what you mean.
At
It
least
has like an interim government.
Yeah, so it might have been a couple of years after. I sort of.
Probably the 20. It must have been the 20s then. It must have been the 1920s.
Prokofiev moved to America after the Russian Revolution, and so I sort of lost interest in Soviet Russia until he moved back in the 30s. But yes, that was the answer we were after. DC Simmons is currently leading the lobby head and shoulders above the rest with 2 correct answers and, one code digit found. Chaps, we need to look for a second digit in our code. We found a 3. We've missed out on an 8. What are we going to look for next?
Well, I haven't contributed to any kind of trivia knowledge so far, but I have been able to guess a correct number.
Get that?
This is my role. Let's go for 7.
Go for 7. Let's see if there is a 7 in your code.
You know what the weirdest thing was? I was going to go 7 because car 7.
Ha!
Makes sense.
It's the second time you've done this.
Well, it's not in the second box. How about in the third?
It's meant to be.
I'm afraid it's not.
Oh.
I formally resign as number picker.
No 7 in your code, but we do end that question, and we are in the same format as before. You get to see 2 of the questions, 2 of the attached answers. Let's go on to board number 4. Options are: WannaCry, Lake Titicaca, Ritz and Carlton's tobacco shop. You can see 2 of those questions before we throw it to the Twitch audience, and then you can have a bit of a chat. What do you think?
I would like to go for Lake Titicaca if you're with it.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to see B. Anything else?
You know what WannaCry is. I don't know what Ritz and Carlton's tobacco shop is.
Yeah, I know what WannaCry is as well.
Do you want to go BA then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at B
yeah.
and then A. We'll give it to the Twitch audience and then we'll come back for deliberations. Question B. Nicknamed the scrotum frog due to its excessive baggy skin, the Telmatobius culeus is an amphibian found solely in the waters around what lake? That's question B. And question A. In July of 2020, Garmin users were left unable to use their devices while the company dealt with a ransomware attack. Which piece of malware was responsible? A and B are revealed. C, audience, will not be revealed. You've got a choice A, B and C in 20 seconds to make up your minds, and your time starts now. If you think that the scrotum frog is found at Lake Titicaca, type B. If you think that the malware responsible for the July 2020 Garmin attack was WannaCry, type A. If you think neither of those are correct, you might want to type C for Ritz and Carlton's tobacco shop. And thank you very much to Clive for these questions. Oni, Car, Jogging Chum, over to you.
Scrotum frog.
It's a very funny name.
Right. I actually know which one of these it isn't. It's not A. I don't think.
Yeah.
I believe that was the NHS hacks. That was a few years earlier.
Yeah,
that's
that does
too
ring a
recent
bell,
to be WannaCry.
Yeah. Because when I saw WannaCry, I was like, that sounds familiar. And then that came up. So that's right.
Yeah. B. That actually looks familiar because that sounds funny. Because it sounds funny like the scrotum frogs in the Titicaca Lake. That sounds awfully familiar.
It's funny because his
That
name's
sounds
of body
awfully
parts.
familiar.
Yeah, the ancient scrotum frog.
It just
of Lake
sounds.
Titicaca.
Yeah, the scrotum frog is in the Lake Titicaca.
Now, would Clive deliberately base an entire pack around that fact?
It's worth noting at this point that when these questions were written, Clive wasn't necessarily imagining these as a pack. They've just been clumped together in this way, but it probably means they were written in this order, unless they've been used in previous games. So, just worth noting, at the moment, unless one of mine comes up, there is no theming to the packs, it's just randomly from the same author, just to clarify that. What are we thinking?
So
what are we
it just
thinking?
sounds-
What are we thinking?
Do we know
It just
anything
sounds-
about Ritz and Carlton's?
I have no absolutely. That could be anything.
No.
I'm gathering it's literature or something. It's going to be something like that, I'm guessing. But, amphibian, so I am thinking South American.
Yeah, there are like poison frogs around that area as well, so
Yeah.
I think that might be right.
I think
It sounds so hilarious. It just sounds so funny. It might be true.
I'm inclined to go for it.
Yeah, that's a
I'm inclined to go for it as well.
The scrotum frog, let's go. Ribbit.
What do we think then?
If it's wrong, it's hilariously wrong.
Yeah.
What are we leaning towards B?
I think we are.
Titty frog,
I'm inclined to go for it.
Do you want me to lock in B as your answer?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. B is locked. Let's take a look at question C and see if that changes your mind about it. Oh my god. On November 9th, 2020, BuzzFeed News reported that VR furries were now running around a virtual recreation of which location, complete with weather detailing and a last-minute Trump 2020 podium.
That's wrong.
What's
It's
that?
not a tobacco, it's a carpet shop or something, isn't it?
It was something like that, or a car wash or something.
It wasn't tobacco. It was certainly something
Yeah.
along those lines.
I thought it might have been in front of like the church.
I thought this, because you're locked in, I can say now, I thought this was the pawn shop. Is this the pawn shop where he had the last minute
next
press?
to the pawn shop.
Oh, it was next
Yeah,
to
it
a
was the
pawn
last
shop.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Four Seasons, wasn't it? He
No,
tried to book the Four Seasons
that's
Hotel
right,
and he
yeah.
booked the Four Seasons Carpet
That was
Emporium or whatever it was.
That was it.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out. You're locked in with B, the scrotum frog from Lake Titicaca. Is that,
Yeah.
unbelievably, is that the right answer? Of course it is. Of course it is.
You beautiful bollock frog.
The ball sack
ball
frog comes from the lake of the titties. Yes, indeed. B was the right answer. Question C. Now we were just talking about it was maybe a carpet shop. What do you think we're expecting for answer C?
Four Seasons. Is it some like finishing shop or something?
It's like gardening.
Four Seasons Total Landscaping.
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah.
right. As to A, do you remember this? The July 2020 Garmin malware. Wasn't WannaCry. Any ideas?
I don't know what it's called. I just knew it wasn't WannaCry.
What is Garmin?
I pressed the wrong button again. Wasted Locker
Satellite navigation
is the answer.
Saturn.
You
Oh,
look for
right. Oh,
Wasted
yeah, of
Locker.
course.
So, very well done. You've got the correct answer and another chance to look for a digit in your code. You found one of them. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 0 remain. Where are we going next for our fourth search?
Getting
That middle
children
column's
rehired.
looking. That middle row is looking a little empty.
Yeah.
So let's go number 6.
Number 6. Let's take a look. Is there a 6 in your code?
I probably should have deferred to the team as well.
Possibly. May have been polite, but
Sorry.
on this occasion, it was
Fine.
a good take the bull by the
Okay.
horns, and you have found the second digit of your code. You are now 2 out of 3 digits into your code, which means the game format changes again, and you now only get to see one question. You need to decide whether it is true or false before either accepting it or dismissing it. That is how the gameplay works from this point onwards. I will go to the audience for 10 seconds rather than 20 in between every question. So before you have any deliberations, do let me go to the audience. Dogfish and Shannamain currently leading the lobby with 3 questions right. The Clive of Legend and DC Simmons with 2 questions right and 2 digits in their code are not a million miles behind. Let's end that question and go on to board number 5. Take a look at the options. Haha. This, I will tell you for nothing, this is one of mine. And this is probably the first one we've seen that is a fully themed board. I will say that up front. This is a fully themed board because it's one of mine. Iron Man, Hawkeye, Loki's brother. You get to see one of these and then decide on it as either true or false. and we have to then throw it out or keep it. Once you're locked in, you can't change your mind. Which one would you like to see first?
I know nothing about the MCU, so I'm just going to move away from the computer right now.
Okay.
I have bad news.
Right.
I also know nothing about the MCU.
Carl, all eyes on you. Do you know anything about the MCU?
I've watched a couple of the films. So
Okay.
I do know a bit about the comics. Okay. Alright. Well, I know who Loki's brother is. Or.
Do you want to... Is that an implication that you want to see question C?
Yeah, we'll go with question C. Let's go from bottom upwards.
Okay, we will reveal question C. No chat from the hot seat players. We're going to give this to the Twitch audience first. 10 seconds. You have to either answer true or false. I think it's T if you think it's true, or leave it blank if you think it's false. Here is question C. Who is Odin? 10 seconds, Twitch audience, and your time starts now. If you think this is the right answer, type T for true. If you think this is not the right answer, do not whisper, leave it blank. There will be another opportunity. Gents, I come back to you. Who is Odin? Is it Loki's brother? What do we think?
Odin's kind of like the Grand Master of the Viking gods, isn't he?
Yeah. Odin, I think, is Loki's father, not brother, because his brother is Thor. And Thor was also Odin's son. So I don't think that's right.
Do you want me to chuck out C? Once it's gone, you can't get it back.
Okay.
Yeah, chuck it out.
All right, we will chuck out question C. It's gone. So, you've now got a choice, Iron Man or Hawkeye. Which do you want to see next?
Iron Man's about Black Sabbath were well in.
I also have another thing like what Iron Man could be. I have another idea what Iron Man could be, so we could go for Iron Man as well.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show?
Okay, we'll go with
or a tennis thing, but yeah, Iron Man, I think.
Do you want to go?
Okay, Iron Man.
All right, I will show you Iron Man, nice and quiet in the hot seat. We'll give it to the lobby first. Here is question A. Who is Tony Stark? Twitch audience, 10 seconds, and your time starts now. If you think Tony Stark is Iron Man, type T for true. Otherwise, leave it blank. Gents, what do we think?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to lock it in?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
A is locked in. We've still got to see question B, and we'll have to go to the Twitch audience for the benefit of anyone who didn't think it was A or C. Question B. Who is Bruce Banner? 10 seconds in the audience. Your time starts now. If you think Bruce Banner is Hawkeye, whisper T for true. If not, leave it blank. Question 3, as 8Minky is saying, who is John Galt? Everyone needs to read Atlas Shrugged. So you're locked in with A. You're feeling fairly confident with that?
B
is the Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's have a look. Computer, is A the correct answer? Of course it is. Very well played. So that's
got an MCU question right.
So that's what a themed board could look like. So for all the question writers out there, at the moment they're just randomly scrambled together from the questions you've already provided. But the new system for submitting questions does mean you can put like a themed pack together. So for example, that's all MCU based. You got it right. Very well done. Dogfish and Shadowmay still leading the lobby at the moment. Time to look for another digit. Now, if you can find the final digit of your code, you've cracked the code and you win the jackpot of 4,500 points. If not, we go to another board. What are we going to look for? 1, 2, 4, 5, 9, or 0?
We haven't honoured my dad's birthday yet, and his birthday is today.
Oh.
Now, either you can go for today being the 9th, or you can go for his age of 59. You can pick one of the two, if you'd like to.
Does seem to be sort of converging.
Beforehand thinking possibly next it'd be 5 or 9.
It's converging down to the 9 like that. It's got reds going towards it and greens going towards it. But which one is going to win?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if we actually play tic-tac-toe and win?
Oh, mini game. Mini game for the code. No mini game for the code. What do you want to look for? 5, 9, or something else?
I'll let you decide since I jumped the gun last time.
Shall we do 9?
Yeah, I'd go 9.
Because if it's match, we go down.
And it's we should just shout in German. Go 9, 9,
9, 9, 9. Yes. Well, let's complete that right angle and have a look. Is there a 9 in your code?
It's not likely, but please be good to me.
If there's a 9, you've done it after 5 boards. But there's not.
Oh!
So we have to
got a
go
9.
again. You got a 9.
9, 9, 9.
9, 9, 9. So you've had half your boards. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 0 remain. One of those numbers is the final digit of your code. You've got potentially 5 more boards to get through, but the faster you can get there at this point, the better it is for you. Let's end that question and go on to board number 6. Options are Wheel of Fortune, the square root of 2, Arial. Which would you like to see first?
Arial's the font one.
As far as I know, this is not a themed board.
Wheel of Fortune is either going to be game shows or tarot cards, and I think Arial's going to be a font one, isn't it?
Yeah, how good are you on your maths?
I did maths at university.
Did maths at A-level, and I haven't. Yeah,
Sorry, I saw Wheel of Fortune. I saw it happening in chat. I felt obligated.
Oh yeah. I'm still feeling Arial. Don't know about you guys.
Sure, go with it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll reveal Arial. We'll give it to the Twitch audience first, and then you can have a little chat about whether you think it's right or wrong. Twitch audience, question C. Which typeface was created earlier, Arial or Helvetica? Time starts now. If you think the answer is Arial, type T for true. If not, leave it blank. Arial or Helvetica? Guys, what do you think? Is that true or is that false?
It's not true, I believe. I believe Helvetica was made in the 50s because it was done for non-computer screens, and it was done for things like the British Railway font and things like that. And Arial, I think, was 1982, I think it was made.
1982, which would be around the time when Word was first created.
Yeah, it was. I think it was made specifically by Microsoft. I think Helvetica came well earlier.
Okay. I had a feeling that Helvetica was older than Arial as well, so that would be wrong.
Helvetica, they still made it on like metal plates and things.
Yeah, that was the thing. I thought it was like something like sort of like maybe it was like an older building that had Helvetica. If it was like a not sans serif font.
Would you like me to chuck Arial out?
Yeah, chuck it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once it's gone, you can't get it back?
Yep.
Okay.
Eat it.
Okay. Question C is gone. Choice is back with you. Wheel of Fortune or the square root of 2? Which question would you like to see next?
I'd like to look at the square root of 2 if it's okay with you guys.
Yeah, I think it's good to get the maths one out of the way of 2 math experts.
Okay. Let's take a look
I'm not a math expert, but okay.
Let's take a look at the square root of 2. Question B, nice and quiet from the hot seat players. Twitch audience, this is for you first. A sheet of A4 paper, when held landscape, is how many times wide as it is high? 10 seconds, Twitch audience. Your time starts now. If you think that a sheet of A4 paper when held landscape is the square root of 2 times wide as it is high, type T for true. If not, leave it blank. Back with you, gents. Is that right? Is that wrong?
You're good at mental arithmetic?
You can give me the dimensions of the paper.
It's I think it's when it's held landscape, it's going to be high 210 millimeters and wide, I think it's 297 millimeters.
Right. Okay. 297 over 210. Right. Okay.
Root 2 is about 1.44, isn't it?
4, yeah, 1.141. Yeah, like 1.142, yeah. Actually, I could do it simply.
Either take this question or leave it, remember.
You have to think, because it is effectively like 2 over 3, isn't it? So it's going to be, it's not going to be the square root of 2, is it? It's going to be...
Hold on. equals. Ooh, that would put it too.
Car does mental maths live is what we should have called this.
Yes. Ooh, I did 210 times 1.4 is 294. So it's going to be a bit bigger than that. There's going to be one. There's going to be another.
Yeah, it's 2.97. But remember, you've got the extra decimals on the end, don't you?
Yeah, I've
That
taken
could
out
bump
the I'll be under. Yeah. That's going to get close. That's going to be awfully close to 297. If you got the dimensions right, 297 by 210, that's awfully close to root 2. That's awfully close.
How many times wide as it is high?
So if we're taking the square root of 2 to be 1.4 something? 1.3 something?
Yeah, be at 1.4. Yes,
1.4 and a bit.
2.
So
Yeah,
when
and
it's
it is
held landscape,
effectively
is it
about 1.5 times, isn't it?
slightly under? 1.4 would be slightly under
It's
half.
going to be at least 296 to be given.
And it's
The other number I was
297.
thinking of would be the. Yeah, there's 297. Yeah.
Average
under, but I know that's
Average
under.
Arceus giving us great pep talks in the chat. Guys, the square root of 87598463576231, etc. is a number that I don't know. Solid pep talk. Thank you for the nudge, Average Arceus. We appreciate your help.
The important thing is your health thing.
What are we going to do, guys? Are we going to lock in B, or are we going to chuck it out?
I think that's right. Based on the maths we've done, I think it's close enough to be right.
Do you want to lock it in?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right. That was really scary because I pressed the lock-in button and the raid sound effect went off, but nothing happened on the screen because I was focusing on the other thing. Welcome at Dan's Quiz, raiding with a party of 7. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to the stream. We're just about to lock in B. Now we're focused on the right screen. Honestly, I pressed the button and the raid alert went off. It's like, can I get a raid just by pressing a button on my stream? Let's try it again, see if another one happens. No. Okay. That was just a fluke. Welcome, Dan's Quiz. Lovely to have you here. Let's lock in B. B is locked. We're going to have a look at A, because we need to give it to the Twitch audience as well. So, Twitch audience, if you haven't answered yet, you need to give me a T for this one if you want to lock in an answer. Nice and quiet from the hot seat players. Question A is... The Flocati rug is arguably the most infamous prize on what game show? Twitch audience, if you think that's true, type T for true to the bot now. 10 seconds. And hot seat players, what do you think of that? Any ideas? Has that made you more confident, less confident?
Oh,
Not Scooby.
I think it is the Flocati rug.
Yeah,
There's
really?
the bit in the early ones where they did the Shopper's Bazaar bit of Wheel of Fortune, and I think it was the Flocati rug and the crappy clay Dalmatian thing.
Well, you are locked in with B. Nothing can be done about that now. Let's have a look. Computer, is B the correct answer? Yes, it is.
Oh.
You second guessing yourself at the end there, only, but no, B was absolutely the right answer. Let's go to A first of all, because obviously you thought you've seen this before. It's not on Wheel of Fortune, but a different show. Maybe.
Ooh, is it
Bullseye?
Let's Make a Deal?
I was going to say Bullseye.
I was thinking
Or like
the
1, 2, 3, that.
I was thinking the Price is Right, but I haven't seen the answers to these. So shall we find out together? We've got Let's Make a Deal, Let's got
Yeah, it's an
Bullseye,
American one.
Bullseye, and The Price is Right. Let's have a look. Are any of us right? No. Press your luck.
Press your
No
luck.
idea what that is.
Now
your
I'm
luck.
thinking. Now I'm thinking. Yeah, that film from the Toe Boy game. Yeah.
Aha.
think I've
It's
vaguely
Martin
seen it.
one, yeah.
As for C, we already know that because it was a multiple choice question. The answer is Helvetica. So, another chance to find a digit of your code. We're halfway through. If we can do it after board 6, then you save yourselves potentially up to 4 more boards of struggling. But you are just 1 digit shy of completing your code. 1, 2, 4, 5, or 0. What's it going to be?
Can I get my D10 out?
No, don't.
I've got it here.
I was going to say 5 because that's the other digit in your father's birthday or birth. birth
Oh
age.
yeah, of course. I don't want to be an arse.
His birth age.
Yeah.
He was 59 when he
Well,
was born, was he?
in terms of, he's 30. No, he's 59 years old.
I see.
59 years
I'm
old.
with you. Is it going to be 5?
Shall we?
Sure.
All right.
If it's wrong, we can blame your dad.
Let's look. 4 or 5 is the last digit of your code. A 5. Round and round they go. Second attempt at the final digit of the code. Is it a 5? It's not, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 4, or 0 remain. Not to worry, we have another question board. Best of luck with this. Take a look at board number 7. Options are Bird's Eye, Peanuts, Albumin. Which would you like to see first?
Well,
Inkling towards albumin.
yeah.
Don't know
I can't-
why, but I am.
Without spoiling anything, I can't imagine what the question would be other than the thing I think it is.
Okay.
I have an idea what the album is. Yeah, okay, let's go with that.
We'll look at albumin. We'll give it to the Twitch audience first, and then you can have a little chat about it. For the audience benefit, question number C is... The yellow of an egg has what scientific name? 10 seconds, Twitch audience. If you think this is right, type T for true. If not, leave it blank. Your time starts now. T, if you think the yellow of an egg has the scientific name albumin. If not, leave it blank. Chaps, what do we think? True or false?
Of course, it's an egg fried cheese question.
Yeah. The yellow part of an egg is
The
cheese.
yolk. Yellow of an egg's the yolk, isn't it?
Yeah, the albumin's the white part.
The albumin's
Yeah,
white.
it is.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
the albumin's the
Yeah.
white part, so this can't be right.
Should we get rid of it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
C is gone from the game. Cannot get it back. Bird's Eye or Peanuts is next. A or B?
You've got an urge?
Bird's eye was my thinking, but I'll defer to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I'll go
you
with
okay
Bird's Eye.
Bird's Eye?
All right, we'll have a look at Bird's Eye, nice and quiet from the hot seat. 10 seconds for the Twitch audience. Question A is... Who is considered to be the founder of the frozen food industry? 10 seconds, Twitch audience. Your time starts now. If you think this is true, type T for true. If not, leave it blank. And that's time up. Guys, what do you think?
Oh, it's a doozy, isn't it?
He did the frozen fish fingers.
Yeah.
But is he
Certainly
the founder
the
of the
most.
frozen industry as a whole?
It's certainly the most popular one, isn't it? It's the one with
Who
the,
means
the
making the
mascot,
first?
but is it the inventor?
What else would the answer be?
Bernard Matthews is the only one I can think of.
It'll be an American thing, and I think they just have
Could be
some
an
no-name. They have some no-name American brand that didn't have a mascot, and then later on they'd have something with a mascot in. I reckon if it was that.
What are we going to do? Are we going to lock in A, or are we going to chuck it out and accept B?
It doesn't strike me immediately as being correct. I don't think, but I don't want to confirm it. What do you think?
I wish we now picked peanuts.
Too late for that. Too late for that, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Now, this is a stupid question. Is or was Captain Birdseye a real person?
No, he isn't.
Right,
the
okay.
brand.
As real as Frankie
Okay,
and
yeah,
real as
I was
Frankie and
gonna
Benny's.
say- I was going to say, if Captain Birdseye does exist, he probably predates Bernard Matthews.
Fair point.
But if that's...
But it could be something else, like an American thing or something. Basically, who invented refrigeration? First of all, who invented refrigeration?
Mr. Refrigeration.
Also,
Mr. Fridge.
You'd think it'd have, you'd think it'd have like the name of the person who invented it, surely.
I am going to press you for an answer, guys. Do you want to lock in A, or do you
And
want to
also,
chuck it out?
Birdseye is British, not I think it's Birdseye British, not American.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Birdseye ever mentioned in American culture. But I could be wrong.
Are we tossing it then?
I think so.
I think we are tossing it, yeah.
Right.
Do you want me to chuck out
Think we're
question
not-
A? Once it's gone, you can't get it back, and you are committed to B without seeing it.
That's true.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
are we all agreeing on chucking it?
I think so.
Reluctantly, but yes.
Yes, reluctantly.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it is a coin flip at this point.
All right, we will
Yeah.
chuck out question A. And it's gone from the game. That does mean you are locking in, by default, question B. Peanuts, the only one you haven't seen. For the benefit of the Twitch audience, we still have got to give this to them in case they would like to answer. So nice and quiet from the hot seat. Question B is... Which nuts are used in the making of marzipan? Twitch audience, 10 seconds. Your time starts now. If you think question B is true, you need to type T for true. How do you feel about that?
Rip.
Rip.
It's almonds.
It's definitely not peanuts. It's like almonds or hazelnuts or something like that.
Well, you are locked in.
Me into the
Let's have
That
a
means
look.
Birdseye must have
you
been the
have
founder.
blood on your hands.
Is B the correct answer?
No.
It's not, and the game ends there. I'm so sorry. Peanuts, not the right answer.
Oh, well.
What was the answer you
It's
were
A.
saying? What was the
It
answer
has
to?
to be A.
What was the answer to the
Almonds,
marzipan
yeah.
question? Almonds.
Almonds.
Certainly
Yeah.
was. The correct answer, for what it's worth, was indeed A. Captain Birdseye. Birdseye is considered to be the founder of the frozen food industry. And C, I think you were
Sorry for talking
intimating
you guys out of it.
the albumin is
Yep.
the white and the yellow is...
Yolk.
No, it's the vitellus.
Vitellus.
Vitellus. Scientific name, I think, was the key to the question there, but you did recognise the albumin as the white, but not the yellow. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry, so close. Out of idle curiosity, if you had had another go at your code, what would you have gone for next?
My guess would have been 1.
I'd have gone with
I would have been
zero.
leaning between 0 or 1. I would have actually been tempted to say 0 to just say 360 degrees, 360 degrees in a circle.
I don't know if you want a
When I
sugar...
roll my-
Do you want a sugar-coated
When I roll
answer, or
my
do you want the
dice.
truth?
Is it 0?
I don't know. Do you really want me to tell you?
We might as well.
Yeah, it was 0. The last digit of your code was 0. I'm sorry.
Do this, man.
Well, you asked. You asked. Let's make that noise.
No, we did.
Oh, more.
You could have lied.
That noise as well.
That's gutting.
There we go. I'll just play all the sounds on the soundboard.
That's-
Oh, guys, I'm
That's gutting.
so sorry. But again, the last question of the night ends up being an egg fried cheese question, which undoes our players. But you've been absolutely splendid contestants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards correct, and then faltering at the 7th. Just not enough to crack the code. But have you had a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a great time. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure having you. We won't be able to add you to the leaderboard, sadly, because there is nothing to add. But the next players to come in to crack the code will be facing a jackpot of 5,000 points. Thank you very much to the three of you, and we will see you another time, I hope.
We caught
Yep.
Captain Birdseye.
Captain
Yep,
Birdseye.
true.
Aye, Captain.
Throwing all my fish fingers in the bin.
We've got some fish food. We have Tesco's
Okay.
own. And there is the leaderboard. 8,500 still the leading score. Clive and Ash in second. Scooter and Tipster in third on 3,500. And that is the end of the game and the end of the stream for this evening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deafen the guys in the Discord, not because I'm being rude, but just because I want to wrap up the evening. Let's end the code by pressing the game over button. No champions this time, as it happens. I'm going to add 500 points We're not going to have another game of the code tonight. I am, however, going to add another 500 points to the jackpot, which means we will have £5,000 up for grabs the next time we play this game. And note to self, I have updated that. We are up to 5,000 points for the code. Oh, what a shame. What a shame at the end of the night right there. Oops. Let's put that one on. Is that right? Yes, that's right. What a shame at the end of the night. It is not to be, but yeah, good fun all round, but unfortunately 2 attempts and nobody cracking the code tonight, but it's good to get through those boards. Note to self, I will go and look through some of the questions and just verify some of them, because there've been a couple of ones come up tonight where it's been a bit woolly maybe, so I will go and verify those ahead of next time. Anyway, what is coming up, and is there anyone to raid? Well, we could go and raid System Reboot 1, someone I found over the weekend, likes to play a lot of retro games. He's a Scottish gamer, and he's currently playing what's that? Oh, I didn't mean to click it. No, mute that. We're muted. Naruto. What is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm? Don't know what that is, but he seems like a cool guy. We had some chats at the weekend. That could be a good fun raid to do. As for what's going on this week, well, tomorrow you have got our friend Ash the Bash here with 15 to 1, unless he's changed that. 15 to 1 is what we're looking forward to tomorrow night, so do pop along and support Ash with that. Quizzy Dan's not here on Thursday, nor is he here tomorrow. He's not back until the 18th, it turns out, of March, which is a week on Thursday, for his next Quizzy Bingo. I'm doing the thing where I'm growing my hair out, and therefore I've not washed it for a couple of days, and it's feeling and potentially looking slightly disgusting, but it is starting to go in the way I want it to go. So just in case you're wondering what on earth is happening with Royal Flush's hair, that's what's going on there. And there's just one stubborn thing here. Ash is here again on Friday with maybe Million Dude drop, but that is still slightly up in the air. I know Ash has got a lot on his plate, and that is one of the things that does keep getting pushed back. Have another plug for Ash's stream there. I'm going to be here on Saturday with Bidding War. Yay! Oni, who has just left us from the broadcast studio. Oni's pack for Bidding War. Very, very much looking forward to that. So do come along to that. A Tangle teaser makes the hair feel a lot less gunky if you haven't watched it for a while. Thank you, Oni. I will look into that. Thank you very much for the advice on Tangle teaser. And we look forward to Oni's question pack for Bidding War on Saturday. Of course, with more League face-off to look forward to. Sunday, I know Tipster had a week off last week. We had a bit of a bad day, so we look forward to some more Pinnacle Live on Sunday evening at 7. And then I'm here next Tuesday with Wheel and Deal, more Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal with my very good friend Ash the Bash in the host chair, while I get to be the banker and you get to win Royals money. That is what is coming up in the next few weeks. Dates for diaries: 27th of March, AMA with me and Mrs. Flush. Ask us anything you like. Within reason. It might be within reason, might not be. We might decide it's a good thing for you to ask and it's a good thing for you to say. So pop that in your diary. It's going to be a big stream. It might start a little bit early so we can do the AMA early, then do some face-off, and then finish with Risky Business or Red Herrings or something like that. So lots and lots and lots of things coming up in the next few weeks. It's been wonderful talking to you all tonight. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. Thank you to all the question writers, and thank you to everyone who's taken part in the hot seat. I hope you've had a good time. When we return to Blockbusters, Keshi and Lupine will be returning for their second game, Can Anyone Beat Them? That will be on the first Tuesday of April, because there are 5 Tuesdays in March, and so it's going to roll around a little bit and tie up for the end of Season 3. Oh, so many things to look forward to. And, of course, 2 weeks tonight, just to go way ahead of schedule, is going to be the pilot episode of Going for Gold. I need some questions for that. Haven't got questions. I've got a few questions, but not a huge amount. So questions for Going for Gold, and any feedback you've got on My Mind's Gone Blank into the suggestion section of the Discord, which of course you can all come and join if you're not there already. Looking forward to Going for Gold very, very much. Did a bit of a dev stream on that at the end of last week, and it's going to be really good fun. Very much looking forward to that, and maybe having a bit of a tournament of that towards the end of the season, a sort of one day tournament rather than an ongoing tournament. In the meanwhile, we are going to raid system_reboot_1. Go give them some love. Go say hi. New guy I found out about just this weekend, and quite a relatively small stream, but was doing some Sonic stuff at the weekend. Really nice guy up in the Highlands of Scotland. So just go say hi, give them some love, and it would be that would be really good. Until next time, I'll be back on Saturday. I'll probably be around on either Wednesday or tomorrow or Friday for Ash's stream. Until next time, I have been Royal Flush. You have been absolutely splendid. Thank you so much for coming out for game night this evening. Take care of yourselves. Be wonderful, be splendid, be safe, and be sane. Peace out. Take care, and good night.